Shettima never hid the fact that he would prefer that a Christian emerges as the Senate president, saying that both the president and the vice president are Muslim. Now the northern elders are firing at Shettima over his support for Christian. Before we go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Northern elders fire Shettima over support for Christian Senate presidency. See what they said about him. Under the auspices of the Northern Elders Forum, a northern socio-political organization, has once again cautioned against imposing the 10th Senate president and insisted that the 109 senators-elect be permitted to select their leaders. These occurred right after the Northern Elders advised against using religion, whether it be Islam or Christianity, to determine who would lead the 10th Senate. The group added that it has frequently advised the President Bola Tinubu-led administration to respect the privileges and rights of elected National Assembly members to select their leaders and to campaign for its preferences with sensitivity and decorum. The Northern Elders criticized Vice President Kashim Shettima for saying that, under the current dispensation, the worst incompetent Southern Christian is better than the most puritanical Northern Muslim for the presidency of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At a press conference on Monday in Kaduna, the NEF Director of Publicity and Advocacy, Dr. Akim Baba Ahmed, called the Vice President's statement unfortunate, adding that such utterances would have been avoided if the senators-elect had been given the option of choosing the Senate President. The Vice President's slip-up before Tuesday's inauguration of the 10th National Assembly was brought on by an attempt to impose Senate leadership, according to Baba Ahmed, a former secretary of the Independent National Electoral Commission. He said, and I quote, "The nation has been informed of remarks made by His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, Vice President of the Republic of Nigeria, in an effort to advance the election of 10th Assembly leaders, which the APC and the administration favor." His statement that the worst, most incompetent Southern Christian is preferable to the most pious Northern Muslim for the presidency of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is particularly noteworthy. The Northern Elders Forum has repeatedly advised the President Tinubu administration to respect the privileges and rights of elected members of the legislature to select their leaders and to conduct its advocacy for its preferences with decorum and delicacy. The Vice President made remarks about the Christian and Muslim faiths in the most disrespectful and reckless way imaginable in the context of the administration's commitment to choosing the leadership of the legislature. It reinforces the troubling notion that religious belief is a source of division in modern politics and trivializes the role of a crucial value like faith in the behavior of selected officials, whether they are Muslims or Christians. You all, what do you think about this? I take an exception to such statements like, how can, okay, in a case where there are just incompetent Christians, in a case where there is only Christians that are not competent and do not know what they're doing or probably corrupt. So that option is better than the most competent northerner for that position, because you have already picked Muslim tickets, because the vice president and the president himself are both Muslims. If you know that you are so, if Mr. Shettima knows that he is so keen on religion, they should both have not have gone with Muslim tickets in the first place. If if it's quite obvious, if it's this obvious that they are so keen on religion, they shouldn't have gone for Muslim tickets, because now that is now the you are is it has now come down to picking the third most important position in the country. You are now saying the most incompetent Christian is far better than the most competent northerner, which is also an insult, to Christians for even saying that at all. Why not them just go with, complete Muslim for the three most important positions in the country? After all, there was nothing people could do about it when Tinubu announced he was going with Muslim ticket, and now he's the president. Something people thought would never happen in the country actually happened. We now have a Muslim president, a Muslim vice president, and by all means, they wanted to make sure that the Senate president is a Christian, and that happened. Akpabio emerged as the president of the Senate today. So we are here looking at them in 3D. We are going to see what the Muslim ticket is what advantage is going to bring to Nigerians, because when Oshibanjo, I've always said it, when Oshibanjo was the vice president, he was a Christian. We had a Muslim president. What came out of it? I didn't really see much, much action or much relevance of a religion during the Oshibanjo regime. I didn't really see much effect of the religious factor in it during his regime. So I don't think it's really going to have that much effect when we now have a Christian Senate president. Apart from the representation, that is all. It is only the representation that I think is really significant to a lot of people. Apart from that, nothing much. But you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. You guys know I don't know much. I'm just keeping it real. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video with your friends and family. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.